Fala galera, so I'm gonna talk about Metafy a little bit. I do coaching through Metafy usually for the people from outside Brazil, right? In English, as you can see, I talk English, I can speak English. So I do coaching a lot on Metafy. I have been doing that for many years. Probably one of the first ones to do it. So if you're interested in doing, just send me a message through Metafy. You can send me a message from like other places too, like Twitter, and we can schedule something. Okay, take a look and see you there. Bye. Fala galera, next replay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, wait. Okay. So this side we have Viking with discarding Kirin and keeping the Ash and the Beer and a Talents. And this is Talents. Okay, so here you have Unchained. Interesting to see, right? Like a fire deck against an older deck. What if it was a hand trap? Yeah, last game, right? So here you have Aruha, 2, and you have this guy. Let's read this guy. You can target up to 2 face-up monsters you control. Up to, including a fiend monster per some discard from your hand, and if you do, destroy those monsters. So you need to destroy 1 or 2, and in between those, you need to have at least a fiend. So if you want to kill only one, you kill a fiend. Just like Aruha, right? Like, really similar to Aruha. Not just like it, but similar. You can only use the effect of once per turn, okay? When a monster is destroyed by this card previous effects, you can target an equal monster or physical monster from control, lose attack. It's pretty much to pop a monster. So here we're gonna see if they're gonna use the imperm or wait on the draw. Let's see how he plays. So he let it through. Now Snake Ayash. He decided to imperm. You know what's funny? Okay, pause. You know what's really funny is that he played in a weird manner because he let a lot of things through, and then when he used Nekayash, and that would be the situation to draw to be good, and then he decided not to use to imperm, but that saved him because of talent, which it's weird because why would you play draw if you're willing to imperm like this? You might as well just not play draw. So it's a funny way to play it. That did work, but I'm not sure if it was the right one, which again funny. But I do agree that in perm here it's good. Also, another interesting fact: he just saw this guy discarding a curing, right? And for Black Witch, so he could be a little bit scared for a second carry. Not like the usual discard, but he didn't. So he decided to imperm anyway. So got really rewarded here. So he drew escape and did Aruha, escape, trigger, Ash. Okay, let's see how far he plays into this nib. There is no follow. Oh no, there is follow on this side, but this follow is gonna get hit by this draw. So use the effect, so kill the Aruha, trigger the Aruha, bring the Shavara, make those, get the card, get the card back, get a Sarama. So let's see how much we're gonna play into this net. So he said escape, kill something, kill the trap, trigger the trap, bring the Shiama, okay. No, Shiama, yeah, Shiama. So he attacked, but this is a battle phase, so he decides to attack. He's attacking Yu-Gi-Oh cards, doing some damage. This is already into nib, so he's waiting a little bit, which is fine. So he make a second one. This is happening a lot on this deck now, and I feel like it's because people are gonna using this Yama effect on your own turn way more often, which is probably what's gonna wait. What? So he passes and got nib. I think that's what happened. Yeah, that was a little bit weird. Okay, then trigger those two together. Wait, no, yes. And then use that to kill the nib, bring this back, and make this again. Yeah, yeah, he lost the reborn trap. Yeah, let's. He can do things here, right? There's a fire monster in the grave. You are a fire monster. Okay, this is a lot, right? He can do a lot, right? Because what is going to happen here is he's going to use Snake Eye Ash, no, original, search a card, get hit by draw, then he can talent stake and almost summon something, go for Hita and things like that, right? He can go for Hita, he can go for. Can he kill him? Depends what he gets. Let's say he gets a Snake Ayash here, right? Probably. So you have a Snake Ayash. So rage, and I'm doing this because I like to think with the plays before I see, so I exercise as myself. So he would have a snake Hayashi under draw and talent stake most likely here. Have an Ash, and then he has two monsters, this and the snake Hayashi, nothing else. And you have like what, some heat or dark plays if you want. Kill, can he kill? Not 8,000. Probably not. Probably not, right? He missed a monster. Can he make a monster somehow? Hmm. I'm trying to see if there is any way for him to produce a monster. I don't think so. Well, let's see what he does. Because if he got another monster, I think he kills. So he did that. He got a Ponyx. This is a interesting choice. Does he the only one? I mean, even if he does, right? He could. Oh no, he can't search. He could put this back. Does he play only one? That's odd. I mean, it's still a similar play. So he darks into region to pass. This is interactive, but with not a lot of follow up. That's weird. Why would you do that? Because you could do for a fire play, right? Like Flamber, Princess. It's not that great as well. He could have. Yeah, because now he's gonna be forced to SP with this. Because if he goes attack, say battle phase, he need to force to SP right now. And then he's gonna imperm normal summon crash. And then this is gonna trigger damage tab. This actually not gonna hit it. I think that's what's gonna happen, right? So he did that, and then not this NSP exactly. How does it happen? Oh, he banished from grave. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. But that's still right. He can crash. Yeah. Well, at least I figured out the play myself. There's no Shavars anymore. Yeah, probably not Shavars anymore, so just attack. I hope the no follow up holds up. Now he has Link Perm. I mean, it's not that bad. That's a really good draw. Got an Oak. He plays around Imperm, right? He has Link Arrival. He can't Imperm. This is crazy. The fire dice is so insane. Because I mean, I feel like he has to Imperm. Because he already lost. I feel like his only win conditions to Imperm. Hope he forgot about Link Arrival. To be honest, it's not even wrong to use it. Yeah, I mean, they're probably talking and they say, oh, you can't do that because I have Link Arrival. But to be honest, I feel like the situation is so completely awful that maybe that's the only thing that you can do. Like, okay, sure, say okay. Let's see if that works. you know? Like, I feel like your win condition going, like, letting cards resolve is zero here. And you had some win condition with your opponent forgetting about Link Arrival, which is more than zero, you know? This is just zero. There's no way. Like, you just lost the game. Doesn't matter. Sure. sure. I think you died, to be honest. Wait, how? Wait, what? It goes too dark. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you see, you died. Like, it is just not worth it. It was just better to hope it doesn't, like, it worked. Okay, sure. Interesting game. So let's see here. So in Nibiru and in Perm and good cards. Okay, pretty good hand. And this side you also have a good hand, right? So let's see. So tour guide, bring this guy, make Yama trigger Shavara Shavara to grave and Aruha to hand. Interesting. Aruha to hand. You already had one, so decide to get another. Um there's not a lot to get, right? Now that you don't have another Shavaro. Another interesting. I mean, you could get the Shavaro from Grave, right? Should you do that? Oh no, no, no. It was not on the same chain, right? Yeah, sorry, sorry. Okay, so it does that. Bring the Sarama. Saram set kills Aruha. Think. Shiyama, link into another Yama, link into this guy, and set and let kill the card. He decided to not have him perm. That's weird, right? He could send this, like, I don't know. Now he's getting mid. Also, another fun fact is that he didn't imperm, right? He could have imperm at some point, and in my opinion, he would still play into nib because it's hard to not to play into nib. So maybe using perm to at least kill a card, it might be worth it. But sometimes it's interesting also to not use your interaction. Oh yeah, that's something to pay attention in fire decks. You always need to think what I'm gonna discard next turn because you have this, right? So sometimes you have a hand trap that you don't use because your other cards are so good that you don't want to discard them, and then you don't want to rely on your top deck being something that you want to discard. Then it's rare, but depending on the situation, it could be interesting to not use something. Okay, so nibs. Then got a trap. That's why he waited, I guess, right? Okay, so a cyclone here. So this cyclone is already here. This is already used here. That's the cyclone. So you got a Black Witch and use the cyclone. Kill the escape. Normal summon, say effect. Got Snake Eye. This is also a. I don't know if I like this as well. For example, why he used wanted on if it was willing to summon this first. I don't think this is correct. Like you just summon this, search this. If they draw, you chain wanted. Most of the time, this is better. Um, you're just showing your information for your points for no reason. Then if they now know that you have like ways that absolutely no way they're going to negate this ever. So you just give the knowledge to your opponent to not ever negate your card. I know sometimes you could consider do this way if you want to pretend something. This is a possibility too. Like if you're playing against a good player, the good player would read on what I just did, and then like let's say you use wanted on draw phase, and then that's usually against a good player with a good player that usually infers that you only have wanted and then you don't only have wanted and then you start with a wanted play and then now they feel okay this is the only play they have and then they negate and then you have like in Snake Eye Ash. So for example, it's rare to play like that, but you could play like that if you want. I don't know if it's worth it, but it's a possibility, right? To think about those things. It's not as black and white as it seems, but I would say most of the time against the average players, the tendency is to just like do not fancy stuff because what I just described is the fancy stuff. So see, he discarded him from just like I said. So it was not that bad to do not to work. So he said I want it here. So this was just a normal summon, a special summon, right? Because he already had this of this. So you link away, link a variable. Also positioning kind of weird. This middle zone is usually kind of the one that you don't want to put something especially random shit like this because this is a charmer zone. Better to stay off of that, especially when you the attacking, right? Like it's your turn. Um, Ponyx cards are resolving, right? That's usually well, I think you lost type of thing. Got a sanctuary, get a king. I mean, this is not definitely not enough. I mean, you get the. I mean, you can speed this, right? Like maybe okay, something not right happened here. Yeah, this is definitely wrong, right? He could have forced this by, I don't know, making a dark, try to get it, then you force the reborn, and then you try to attack, and then you force the SP right now before committing all those cards, and then you commit those cards. Because now you get, yeah, see? You get SP and you lose everything. Oh, they have changed the play because it's dumb, right? Like, they probably know each other. Um, so he's doing that. Wait, what? That was the whoa, way to guard okay, he did that, so that dies and reborn something. This sounds depressing. Yeah, this is the definition of depressing. Okay, and then he decided not to do that. Okay, this whole turn was a mess. Because he changed the SP chain to that, and then the card state. Now he needs to draw something miracle. Nice cycling. Yeah, that this game is shouldn't supposed to end like this. He could have like he knew it was that like if you make a dark and try to get, he's forced to reborn, and then he's a bad, and he's forced to use, and you don't commit your original yet, right? And then your original, and then you play as a fairy king. So you decide to play right into that, and then now it sucks. Wait, a lot of things happen. I mean, I feel like now it's really hard to this guy to not win. It's just a cycle. Yeah, I mean, that was a really big mistake. Okay, let's see. Now this one, no place, but you have a lot of deck cards here, right? You have Sword Releasing, Perm, Nibiru, Draw. Interesting. And you have Escape. You need to draw something. Oh, unfortunately for him, I just saw here that there's a talent he's going to draw, and again, talents he loses Escape, because when you see this type of hand, you take away their way to play, and then down, he doesn't even have a top deck unless he draws a specifically Tour Guide, I think. Yeah. So unless this is exactly a Tour Guide top deck, I feel like this game is probably really close to over. Unless I play really, really into shit. So getting farm. This guy has this. This is a really, really, really weird way of playing. Like I understand your your will to negate the Snake Eye Ash. I agree, but when you have draw, it's really weird to do that. They conflict a little bit with each other. But again, he had informed the guy had talents. It's so crazy. Um, because you're just giving less value to your draw. Yeah, I think he should have just like reduced draw. It's gonna work though because I don't know, man. Now he's gonna Nibiru everything at some point, like here. We got a card back at least. Yeah. So now he get talents, lose this escape. I mean, he doesn't need to lose escape, right? He has this. Yeah, he doesn't need to take escape. He maybe he takes a really it's a really sorry, this is follow up, right? So maybe he can take the sword release, let escape through if it managed to untop deck here, like he unbreaks here, he cycles escape and wins, right? Yeah, yeah. He didn't do that. There's any clever plays here? Probably not. Well, nice. And then I mean, he can draw now. There's a wanted gray. Oh, that was the bottom. Mm, it's still the same thing, right? Now the thing that's even worse. I don't even know how big that is. I mean, he embraced and now he like Rakia chain cycle over. There's no crash plays here. Oh, this is a negate. Yeah, no. Well, draw again. Nice draws. And he's over. He didn't even need to negate this draw. Whatever he did. Okay, interesting replay. Interesting replay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so let's see another replay. Bye.